people, CzarThwomp here, and welcome to the first episode of my new Let's Play. As you can tell from the title, after all these games of Fortune that I've been playing, I've finally gotten around to trying out the Dragon Quest series. So suffice to say, my experience with the series is pretty much limited to basically what I've seen in Fortune Street, namely, just Dragon Lord and Angelo duking it out to the death over a gift shop, and Stella, Jessica, and Elena being essentially the devil in human form, or fairy form in Stella's case, just constantly trying to scam me out of properties. So anyways, I'm really excited for this. I mean, just that intro scene right there, it was just really getting things up there. It was just orchestral, it was booming. It's like, hey, you're going on an adventure with some guy, with some character that looks like some weird combination of Babidi and Guru from Dragon Ball Z, though that's no surprise considering that Toriyama was behind the art style for this game. So yeah, I'm really excited for this. So anyways, let's get going. Oh my gosh, it's the Fortune Street shop theme! I want to buy a suit! Okay. Anyways. Yeah, let's just go... Thwomp. Yes, we want to save. Watch it's like, oh, you don't have enough data. Yeah, Pit's like, hey, guess what? You're dealing with this. Yeah, I just love how my one long-term memory card's like, you don't have enough data for this. It's Okage all over again. Or I actually had to swap out my memory card. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go with the Okage memory card. Yes, we'll save here. Okay, there we go. And so the world was consumed by darkness. A scepter spoken of in lore, and sealed away since days of yore, unleashes its forbidden power. And heralds Trodane's darkest hour. So is that how Castle Trodane became a Fortune Street board? Your quest has begun. Now get your stock up. I'm sorry. Fortune Street has tainted me on anything involving Dragon Quest.
Oi, Gov! It's gonna get dark if we hang about here much longer.
You know, just this guy kind of resembles Yangus from Fortune Street. Yeah, I'm like Yangus from Fortune Street. Yeah, even though Yangus probably came from another Dragon Quest game, I mean, basically, just he has the same sort of hat as Yangus. Though Yangus is a boy.
There's better places than this to spend an evening. Shake a leg, Gov.
I just love how Yangus is just exuding pure British energy. Okay, anyways, controls, basically, okay? Shift the camera with, Okay, L2 shifts it behind, R2 for first person, left and right. Okay, walk, run, change the camera, view map. Okay. Press the X button to interact. Okay, anyways, before playing this game, I did actually check out the instruction manual in order to avoid any sort of issues that I had with Okage, and that basically I'm learning traits about the combat system basically just during the game, even though I could have found out about it from the instruction manual. So anyways, just, I do have a bit of a rudimentary knowledge of how to play the game. I got the barrel! Look how fast he's moving with that barrel! Yeah, just throws that barrel down. Okay, was he? Yeah, he was lifting with his knees. For a second, I thought he was lifting with his back. I'm like, man, this guy just lived with your back. Like that one episode of Regular Show, basically, where Rigby quit the park and joined that one company where he had to lift with his back, and his boss was developing some fatherly bond with him. Gotta live with your back! Gotta live with your back! And just like, gotta love that hustle with the barrel. Yeah, normally someone's carrying a barrel, even if they're relatively strong, they're gonna be carrying it with that sort of speed, this right here, but this guy just like run as fast as you can. Got the barrel. Ah! Okay, looks like we're not getting anything out of you.
I've probably said it before, but it beats me how you ended up working for an old codger like him.
He's probably got the Dragon Balls.
Not that I can talk, do I? Guess people say the same thing about me, working for you.
Old codger? I do hope you're not referring to me. What would you know? A lowlife like you wouldn't recognize nobility if it came up and bit you on the arm.
I'm liking the K. Rool energy from this guy.
Enough dilly-dallying. Where's the princess? I can't see her anywhere.
Yeah, he's definitely giving off some Donkey Kong cartoon K. Rool vibes. I'm loving it. Frankly, why can't we get Trode in Fortune Street? Oh no, they're gonna make business deals with us! Got my baiting stick here! Yeah, gotta love just the presence of that battle theme. Okay, so anyways, I have done some checks, and like I said, I did some checks in the main manual, in the game manual, to see just how battles work. So basically, essentially, tactics will let you select just how characters act. It's essentially like how the mystery dungeon games work, where you can basically set your teammates to basically work on their own or basically follow you. Basically, Flee and Intimidate are very similar in that basically Flee lets you flee from a battle, though there's a chance that you'll fail. And Intimidate, basically, Intimidate is actually a unique thing, where basically, on enemies that are weaker than you, it'll essentially act as an instant defeat on them. Though basically, if you deal on an enemy that's about your strength, it will fail and basically will leave you vulnerable. Anyways, let's fight. Anyways, from the look of it, we don't have any spells. Okay, yeah, defense will basically make you more defensive. Psych Up, it's essentially like a version of Ari's Overdrive, where basically, though unlike Ari's Overdrive, where basically it just fizzles out, this one stays active basically until you get hit enough times till the battle ends. The items operate on items, abilities. And we don't have abilities, so let's attack Slime. Yangus. Let's also attack the slime. Just bouncing off Yangus. Okay, I wonder. Okay, yeah, sorry, I was trying to basically do Yeah, I was trying to do intimidate. Just Yangus jumping in!
Well, they certainly took us by surprise, but nothing we couldn't handle.
You did less than Porky Minch in EarthBound. Yeah, sure, Porky didn't do anything in battle, but darn it, at least he was there. At least he was contributing something. You weren't even on the screen.
Now, where's the princess? Where's my Medea? My precious one and only daughter? Ah, there you are. Thank goodness you're safe, Medea.
Hey, the horse princess is back.
I guess that guy just really likes his horse.
I say we make a move now, before it gets dark.
Yes, yes, here we are. If my memory serves me correctly, this is the place. This is the town where Master Rylus lives.
Hold your horses, Grandad. I thought it was Dolmagus we was after.
I am not your granddad. And of course Dulmagus is our man. He's the one who turned Medea and I into such laughing stocks.
Oh, thank God I'm not your grandkid, cause if I was even a quarter related to you, I'd be tossing myself into the river, damn it!
But that dastardly magician can't hide from us forever.
Yeah, look, I love how shocked our guy is. He's like, what am I looking at? What am I doing with my life? And then Yangus, he's like this, bloody hell, I better be getting paid for this!
We must track him down and lift this confounded curse. Oh, just look at my poor Medea. And we'd only just settled on her engagement to the Prince of Argonia. Oh, that despicable Dulmagus.
Okay, so a horse is getting engaged to a lizard. Okay, everything flies in Dragon Quest.
That's why it's imperative we locate Rylus. Will you go and find him?
No, I don't want to. My guy's looking like, no, I don't want to do this. No!
Don't you see? Rylus is the very man who taught Dulmagus his meddlesome magic. There's every chance Rylus will be able to give us a clue as to Dulmagus' whereabouts.
You're acting like they're bound by the hip. Just because the guy taught Dulmagus what he knows doesn't mean that basically they're buddies.
That's why you must find him.
Wait, what if they haven't seen each other for 20 years? But I suppose we better do what he says. Shall we get going then, Gov? Okay, just go to a church and confess, and your progress will be recorded in an adventure log. Make sure you remember to save whenever you decide to stop playing. Yeah, basically from what I read up, basically the churches in this game, they kind of operate like a combination of the phone and the hospital from EarthBound, where just if any partners fall in battle, basically you gotta take them to the church, pay a donation, bam, you're healed up. What? Yeah, but where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Aren't you supposed to be with us? What did he ascend? Okay, so anyways, you got the map. I looked at the key, and basically the area with the wing, that's a general shop. The inn is an inn. You can use it to heal up your health like you would in Okage. The shield and the sword, they are armor and weapon shops respectively. I don't know what the other buildings are, though. Oh, and that one with the trident, that's the church. And okay, there you are, Yangus. So we're here to find that riders, geezer, right? Leave it to me. Finding people is my piece de resistance, as they say. This Farebury isn't the smallest of towns, though, eh? Feels like just asking around could take all year. Okay, nothing else from you, Rylus. Sorry, not Rylus, yeah. Yangus. I'm getting people mixed up all the time. But yeah, I just realized the town's name is... I'm going to go do that a bunch of times. The town's name is apparently Farebury. Just, let's give him some real Smarch vibes. Darn Farebury weather. Hello, horse. Master Rylus is the fellow who taught that accursed Dulmagus his magic. He might be able to impart some information to us about the whereabouts of that devious scallywag. I want you to seek him out, Thwomp. I'm sure he lives in this town. He owes me money, damn it! He owes me 50 gold! Travelers, are you? Well, welcome to Farebury. I don't know what you're doing here, and I really don't care. Just keep yourselves to yourselves, and there won't be any trouble. Okay, well, you have... Okay, so anyways, after looking in the instruction manual, I discovered that this game actually operates on a system very similar to the first Monster Hunter Stories game, in that basically you have two different bags, the battle bag and the standard bag. Basically, the standard bag will contain all your items, but in order to go into battle, you can only bring in a select number of items. So basically, Yangus and ourselves, we have different inventories, basically. So we can't exactly just go in with every item that we have at our disposal. It's not like EarthBound or Okage. Yeah, why would we want to buy plain clothes? I mean, really, it would only be a hamperment to us. Yeah, we want to buy 9 shirts. We're going to buy 9 plain clothes. Yeah, better check out those other items, though. Okay, medicinal herb. 30 more HP. Okay, cures the allied poison. Chimera Wing allows you to warp instantly to a selection of places you previously visited. That's pretty handy to have. Yeah, but I can already tell that this is not Okage in terms of healing, basically. Where Okage, you just can rock out with standard nuts for a good chunk of the game. You know, something's been bothering me. Your hairstyle? Really, you got that bowl cut going on, buddy. It's like coconut head in RPG form. There was a strange man here the other day. He was dressed like a jester, so I thought maybe he was some kind of traveling entertainer, but there was something creepy about him. I wonder if he's still in town. Anything else to say? Okay. Nope. Okay. I don't want to talk to you! I'm getting some Gepura vibes. We're Gepura vibes from this. We're basically where Gepura vibes. We're basically where just pressing the X button to get through a repeated conversation, only to get into it again. You'll never guess what? A horse-drawn wagon just passed by here, and there was a monster on it. That was just Yangus, probably. Yeah, just that guy. Oh, yeah, basically our guy. So, are you talking about the frogman? No, we were talking about the British guy. Wait a minute, you're the people who came with it! So you're with that monster? Ah! And then Yangus, get back here! Okay, but anyways. No, I don't want to talk to you, Yangus! I will talk to you, though. Okay. No! Oh, great, I'm talking to Yangus, apparently. That's just so weird, make it where just accessing your inventory is from the circle button. Okay, so anyways, just looking. Anyways, in terms of the attributes of this game, another thing that I discovered in the instruction manual, where basically just you have a variety of stats. You've got strength, which basically couples with attack to determine your overall power level of just your moves. Likewise, resilience and defense, they combine to basically form just how little damage you take from physical attacks. As you can see, just Yangus is a lot bulkier than us, as well as has a little more attack power than us, though at the cost of being a little slower. So basically, just wisdom, that basically is just how well the character can cast spells, just how powerful their magical attacks are. And agility is basically how easily they can just dodge attacks. As you can see, just Yangus and ourselves, we have different attributes, basically. These are attributes that you basically get from level ups, where basically as you level up, you can basically put points in them. You know, gotta love how Yangus, one of his things is humanity. As if Yangus is some monster he found in the swamp, he's freaking Shrek. Everyone fears Yangus. Everyone fears Yangus. No, I don't want to talk to Yangus. Oh, it's so weird just how the buttons are configured, because basically I just can't, because whenever I'm playing an RPG, I just don't think that the map button is square. This is the second time, you know! The second time I've lost a friend in a fire! If I remember rightly, the first time it happened, I was 30. The guy owed me 20 bucks, and he flirted with my best girl, and so I burnt down his house while he was sleeping. Ah, good times! I blamed it on the slimes! You can never be too careful with fire, you know. It can be, but for those who tame it, it can be your greatest ally. Speaking of which, just, yeah, gotta love how they have a burnt down building on the map. How long has that place been burnt down? Or unless they're publishing maps on the daily. Can we sit on the bench? Oh, I want to sit on the bench. I was going to do a bench challenge. Sit on every bench. Yeah, you know how it is with me. I gotta explore every town. What do you have to say? No. It was burnt to a crisp. Yeah, apparently this was just recent. They're like, the burnt house, that's gonna be a monument of this town. Okay, we have no money for anything. A rough grass kill of the kind preferred by Yangus. Only Yangus! Only a beast like Yangus would like a bandit's grass skirt. Sturdy hemp garments beloved by travelers across the world. We can't even afford a basic leather shield. We can't afford anything. Okay. Let's search around. I can't believe it after all this time! Oh, excuse me. My troubles are no concern of yours, don't mind me. You know, it's kind of weird, basically, getting back, playing an RPG after going through Okage Shadow Quest, basically encountering all the Nightmare Before Christmas-esque characters, and then playing this game where everyone looks more human-esque. Come on, we're an RPG hero. You gotta help us out. Well, the weary wanderer, Farebury's fight is in. I'm afraid we're just cleaning the rooms at the moment. Would you mind coming back a little later? Yeah, don't let us save the game. It's like, you're too early to save the game. What do you have to save? It's precisely because we heard such fine things about this Carl Darsha fellow that we came all the way here. But it's utter rubbish called Darsha, more like Balder Dasher. He's a useless layabout. If it's true that he was once great, it must have been many years ago. Okay, we got Balder Dasher. How could anyone be so spiteful? So spiteful. Sorry, my throat was giving out just there. He said I'll never see it again, my precious ring. And then, do you know what he said? He said, even if I did find it again, it wouldn't go over my fat finger. I've never been so insulted in all my life. And then meanwhile, Rosalyn, she's just shaking her head. Amateur. And then just stand basically like, I could come up with a better insult within seconds. Yeah, basically Stan. Okay, time for me to show her what's up. Hey, elephant girl, careful! That bed will buckle under your mass. Welcome to the Weary Wanderer. Farebury's pulled us in. I'm here to make your travels more comfortable and explain a few things. Any seasoned traveler would know it already, of course. But you only just said how it might be useful. Would you like to hear it? Yes. Well, what is that? X is a really useful button that lets you do all sorts of things, like chat to people and pick up or examine objects. Oh, sorry about that. Just my cell phone's volume was up. It just spooked me. I'm hearing that. Just really, that cell phone alarm, it just can really cut through you. You can examine everything in this room just using that one button. The wardrobes, the sacks on the wall, the treasure chest, the bookshelves, everything. Feel free to take anything you like. It's all there for the customers. Use Square if you want to look at the map. It's always useful when you're traveling to new towns and villages. Did you have to have a look at the map when you arrive, just to get your bearings? Oh, and pressing R2 lets you look at things through your own eyes. Just press it again to switch back to normal. It's really useful when you want to examine things that are very close to you, or if you want to look down at the ground or up into the sky. And that's just about everything I can tell you, I think. There's a lot more to learn, but I'm sure you'll work out on your own along the way. Don't forget that really useful button I told you about at the beginning, and enjoy your travels. I'm going to stare into your soul. Yeah, really, this girl, she looks like the kind of girl where like some possessed girl in a horror film where basically you go to sleep in this inn and she's just going to be standing right next to your bed and she's going to stroke the side of your cheek, lightly stroke your cheek with the back hand. Shh. Sleep. Go back to sleep, hero. Oh, come on, I want to examine the shield. I want to seal your shield. You said everything could be examined. You are a liar, girl. You are a liar. You are a bold-faced liar. Vial of holy water. What's that do? Yeah, I'm learning. I'm pressing the button. Temporarily prevents weaker monsters from attacking the party. So wait, is that a repel item? Is that a repel item? Oh, if that's a repel item, then basically that would be very nice. That or watch out, it's just some item in battle where basically it just prevents you from... Okay, apparently we can read books. It's a quarterly journal called King of Adventure. Getting ready to head out on your first exciting journey into this wonderful world of ours? Here's a tip for all you novice explorers. On your travels, always keep an eye out for treasure chests in unexpected places. Who left them there? Who cares? It's finders keepers in the wild world of adventuring. Think of them as divine gifts from the great goddess placed there just for you. In any event, you'll find plenty of interesting loot and treasure chests, so keep your senses sharp and your eyes peeled. Cypress stick. Okay, was that too? A simple wooden stick carved out from a sturdy cypress branch. Why would we want this? It's so much less than our other ones. Yeah, basically this one, attack of 4 versus attack of 16. Okay, nothing there. Antidotal herb. Medicinal herb, nice. Liar. Okay, anyways, on that note. Wait, there are other bookshelves here. We gotta check out the books. None of the books appear to be particularly interesting. Okay, anyways, on that... Wait. Yeah, I love how I'm basically like... I'm like, oh, there's another thing. I am the destroyer of pots. And into the fire. Anyways, on that note, I think that now would be a good time to end things off. I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a great viewer, and I hope you come back for the next one. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever you want. And with that, I'll see you next time. Bye.